Hello and welcome to the Shera Bangla Stadium in Dhaka. It is the final in the Grameenphone Tri-Nation Cup. Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. So this is the road to the final. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Zimbabwe all have one win each, but Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, by virtue of the fact that they've got bonus points, they're going to the final.
Heads is called. And it's a tail. My apologies. Called tails, and therefore Sri Lanka have won the toss. Sorry, I got you wrong. What are you going to do?
I thought I got it wrong again. We're going to bowl first on this. Yeah, bit of moisture on this. Hopefully, we can get some early breakthroughs.
Obviously a little bit disappointing, but it was a pool game. This is the final. This is the one that counts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you all play for. I think, for us, the objective was to get into the finals, which we did. We're disappointed with the last game. I don't think we played that well. They deserve to win the way they played, but it's a fresh game. It's a big final for us, and looking forward to it.
We also like to bowl first, but I think this one very good wicket, because same wicket we played last game. I think we need to play well, and our top order, if our top order bat well, and if we can score very good score, 250 something, then we can bowl.
So the teams, they've made some tactical changes. Both teams making one change each. Bangladesh have brought in Nazimul Hussain for Mahmudullah Alam, and Sri Lanka, they brought in Pervez Maruf, who's playing for the first time in the series, or Angelo Matthews. Again, I think the Sri Lankans strengthening their bowling. So it's all set for this all-important final. Sri Lanka, having won the toss, inserted Bangladesh into bat. So Bangladesh openers Tamim Iqbal, sort of the decent average, 26.2 knot, but he'll have to do a lot of good batting here. Shobit Junaid Siddiqui opening the batting for Bangladesh. Cuts away. Again, I think this new ball would be what Sri Lanka would be relying very heavily on.
There you go, no ball, and then a free hit signaled by Enamul Haq Moni.
Oh, that's in there. Oh, it's a catch missed, I would think. Upul Taranga, probably the culprit. Did it carry to him? My hunch was it did.
Free hit. Wouldn't have mattered. But what matters is gone through and picked up the boundary for Tamim Iqbal. Lucky one. Really went after it.
Yes, he did go after it. There was nothing lost. But again, I think it's important that Sri Lanka pick up these catches, even if it doesn't mean that the batsman is going to be out, purely because it really sets the tone. And see, missed catches earlier on can always be contagious, can really rub on the rest of the fielding too. So neatly worked down the onside. The Sri Lankans are having a few problems. See, you need to start on the right foot. Once again, that slide going wrong in the deep.
Yes, they've been a bit sloppy. It's Pervez Maruf who did dive but couldn't reach. And it's very important, the early overs, for them to create some sort of pressure. They've already induced two edges, one of the no ball, then the one nearly getting through to Sangakkara. Oh, that one nearly coming back and hitting some part of the off stump. That was a close one. That's a good delivery from Tushara.
Yes, as you would see here, the ball just kept on going, and just look at Sangakkara. That was a delivery that pitched on the off stump and had to finally change direction and sort of just see how far he had to go on the onside, showing the amount of movement that Tushara has got. That's gone. And a great catch this time by Sangakkara. That was definitely falling short, and that showed the brilliance of the man.
What a catch. Stunning catch, and it's a stunned silence for the spectators. Look at that, he changed that one, it was pretty wide. Look at that catch, super effort, fantastic catch. This time, no mistakes for him. And catch in the end, wicket to Kulasekara. Junaid Siddiqui departs for 1, Bangladesh 8 for 1.
So the wicketkeeper Mushfiqur Rahim, he bats at number 3 in the one-day games. And I'm not quite sure whether this is the right position for him. It's beautifully struck. Didn't hit it too hard. The timing was brilliant.
Just get arrested. It's a lovely shot off the front foot from that man Mushfiqur Rahim. And early on, if you can play shots like that, perhaps good things to come for Bangladesh. Beautiful, get the elbow right up, and then a good step forward. Brings it from the middle part of his bat. Super shot.
Bowled him. Oh, what a good delivery. See, the last time we saw Nuwan Kulasekara get the ball to come in sharply to the right hand, and this time a rather lazy shot from Mushfiqur Rahim, not a great stride, and the ball going through the bat and pad, maybe a touch of an inside edge.
The ball not moving too much, but just enough to hit the stump. Super delivery from Kulasekara, and once again getting the wicket. Mushfiqur Rahim looked good for a very short period of time. Gone for 4, Bangladesh 12 for 2.
So Mohammad Ashraful, the Bangladeshi captain, he's at the crease. He certainly was the man who was to some extent the architect together with Shakib Al Hassan to get Bangladesh into this final.
Just take a look at that wicket. That one came back, but no feet movement. Playing from the crease and pushing the bat away. Instead of taking the foot down the pitch, just playing from the crease and paying the price. Good delivery, came back in and found the gap between the bat and pad. And went on to hit the stumps. That's wide and put away. Put away in handsome style by Tamim Iqbal. Cracking shot to get the boundary.
So margin between a good length delivery and an O-pitch one is very little. But again, it's the width that caused the bowler to pay the price. Gave him quite a free hit, and Tamim Iqbal, he doesn't spare too much in that area.
That's a great shot. We've seen the odd, really fine shot in the morning so far. Most often when the batsman's prepared to move his feet and come towards the ball. This is a cracking one.
Yes, overpitched. Couldn't say really overpitched, but he played it well. He played it on the up, but the ball coming onto the bat. It was outside the off stump, so he had room to free the arms. Bit of a way movement in the air. Certainly not one of the deliveries back of a length to trouble Ashraful.
That's well played. Just riding the bounce. Was a bit of kick in the delivery and he waited on it. Nice bit of timing as a result.
Yes, poor delivery, very short. If you're bowling short, it's got to be a genuine bouncer. But short balls like that on this pitch will be dealt with because it comes on well to play those square shots. He had no difficulty. Opened the face of the bat, made sure it went over cover. In control, using the bottom hand. Short, he's played that well as he got it away from the fielder. Yes, he has. Very well played by Ashraful. Got him to position very quickly.
The 6th boundary in today's proceedings. And most of them have come when a little bit of width is offered. And Ashraf felt strong in that area. The moment he saw width, he was going to throw his arms at it, if you will.
Yes, and that's the end of Mohammad Ashraful. Big wicket for Sri Lanka. Maroof is delighted. So too his teammates. And the captain of Bangladesh goes.
Pervez Maharouf has settled at last. The first 2 overs couple of inconsistent deliveries. This over, he's been right on the button, and because of that, he's got the nick. Leg cutter, and the easiest of catches in the end for Kumar Sangakkara. So Bangladesh will lose a third wicket at a vital time here, just as Ashraful was getting in. He's gone for 13. Bangladesh now 34 for 3.
The third Bangladesh wicket has fallen, and that's brought Shakib Al Hasan to the middle, the man in form, the man who destroyed the Sri Lankans 2 days ago. What can he do today? 59 matches for Shakib. Smashed away, too short. They'll get punished if you bowl there.
Dispensed with authority. The ways and means of getting boundaries. This is very commanding. He's in great touch, this man. Split the gap beautifully, but there's also a lot of power and timing there.
Was quickly onto the back foot, quick foot movements, good hand-eye coordination, the bat speed's good, able to control the ball, able to hit it all along the ground. Was that gone? Where's that gone? That's gone down towards long off. Not where he intended to go, but it's picked him 4 runs. 42 for 3. To tell you more about it will be Shamim Chowdhury, and with him Ranjit Fernando.
Bangladesh, thank you Ranil. Bangladesh realised that they really have to step on it at this stage. They've been going quite quietly, having lost 3 wickets. Tamim Iqbal taking it upon himself to just do that. Once again, what a catch! This is a fabulous catch. Just charged at that one quite unnecessarily. They'd already got a boundary, but this catch was just out of this world.
Extraordinary, but that was rather a silly stroke attempted. He got away with the first one, not really timing it, but this one, Kumar Sangakkara, went such a long way as the ball was travelling at a rate of knots. Mahela is absolutely delighted, all charged up, and Bangladesh have lost another one. Very important wicket, that of Tamim Iqbal, who is out for 18, Bangladesh 42 for 4.
Kumar Sangakkara, what a great catch the previous one was. He's virtually pulled out something out of nothing. Rakib Al Hasan has been brought into the crease as a result of that catch, averaging 24.56. He'll certainly have to come up with a good innings here. Over the inside edge once again. Swishes at a ball outside of stump, and very, very fortunate that he got that inside edge.
The French cut, yielding 4 runs, much to the delight of the crowd, but the batsman is not going to be happy about it. He was again standing his ground, playing it away from his body, the ball jagging back slightly.
Gone! He's gone! I think the pressure exerted by Jayawardene sort of did the trick for Sri Lanka, and giving Sangakkara his 4th catch in this innings.
Well, that was on the cards. I was saying that he was standing his ground and playing his bat. He did exactly that again. Just a lazy looking shot, and he had to pay the penalty of getting caught to another good one to Sangakkara, and the Sri Lankans are absolutely over the moon. They've struck again, and it's the prize wicket of Shakib Al Hasan. Back to the pavilion he goes for 9, 54 for 5, Bangladesh.
So 54 for 5, the new batsman Mahmudullah, and it comes in at a stage when Bangladesh are in fact reeling.
That's short. It's a rare bad ball. It's been put in the gap, but not with the power needed to get the boundary. There'll be a couple. You do not often see Mendes dragging the ball down as he did in that fashion. And I think that came out the back of the hand and sent instead of the front through the fingers. But it's meant Mendes coming into the attack, which has been in the last year or so, that Sanat Jayasuriya hasn't had to do quite as much bowling, and of course he's also taken an immense amount of one-day wickets for Sri Lanka. And he's got the wicket as a result as well. Too close to the right-hander to play that shot, trying to cut the ball, give himself room, and all he's done is drag it on.
As a result of the continued pressure exerted by Muralidharan, again tight line, no space at all. He's looking to try and turn the face, work it down towards third man. Ball spins a little too much, gets the inside edge, and he has to go. So Mahmudullah Riyad very, very upset with himself, but that doesn't help. He goes for 26, 98 for 6. So Bangladesh 98 for 6 to new batsman Naim Islam. That's his entries after Bangladesh has lost their 6th wicket, averaging 40. Oh, this might be close. Our doctor does not go upstairs.
100 will come up with that single. Umpire might have been more interested had there been a direct hit. But I think it was quite a well-judged run in the end, because the fielder had to come from a long way to his right. Direct hit, different story.
Oh, that time. So we were talking about Sangakkara and his wicket-keeping. Completely got bamboozled by that one. He went the wrong direction. I don't think he really picked the Dusra. And also, I think the ball did keep low for a while.
It's amazing how often this happens in a commentary. You blow up one side of a player and the very opposite happens. But he has been outstanding on balance today. And I guess in the test situation, there's going to be another boundary here. I think this one came off bat. It did indeed. So consecutive boundaries for...
Misunderstanding, and no, Muralidharan doesn't collect it. So the batsman scamper home.
Well, confusion in the middle. The calling not so good. Initially, the batsman went, just stuttered, and here's the pickup. But he had to swivel round. Sangakkara still managed to throw it in, but Murali was a little bit off balance. There you see, yes and no, and then they went for it. Lucky.
It's gone. A very good catch by Mubarak. He's got very safe hands, very athletic, and stunned silence.
Fantastic catch. Naim Islam trying to hit it over the top of the fielder, only managing to hit it, not straight in, but a very, very good catch low down in front of him from that man Jahan Mubarak, who's been outstanding in the field. He must depart after making well mid-21. Bangladesh 151 for 7.
So Mashrafi Mortaza, the next batsman in, he can in fact use the long handle to great advantage. Bangladesh lost a very valuable wicket, the wicket of Naim. A good catch by, swung away. It's gone straight to the man in the deep. A well set field, and Bangladesh continue to perish.
A lot was expected of Mashrafi Mortaza. Only managing to hit one that straight to the field at deep. Very comfortable catch. In the end, Kapugedre, he goes for no score. 151 for 8.
So Muralidharan to Nazmul Hussain. But wickets really falling at regular intervals. Bangladesh not really making use of these power plays, the batting power play. He's not really someone who's got a great record. But the reason why he's there is because of this. Mashrafi Mortaza heaves it to the hands of... that might be close. Yes, it's been given out. Swings and misses, but Murali strikes.
Well, they have no option. They had to go and try to make some sort of quick runs, but they've only managed to lose wickets on a regular intervals in that power play, the batting power play. That one would have gone on to hit the stumps. No question about that. Hitting him also low down. That would have gone on crashed the stumps. That's what the umpire thought as well. So Nazmul Hussain once again, no score. 151 for 9.
So he hasn't much to show. Just played 2 matches, not made any runs. That swung away, but there's a man down in the deep once again. And right in the same place as previously. Into his safe hands. Maroof, the fielder. And that's the end of the Bangladeshi innings. Wickets have tumbled in quick succession. And they've all gone. And the Sri Lankan fans, they have a lot to cheer about. They've been here day after day. So Bangladesh put into bat. So they got off to a reasonable start in the first few overs. Iqbal making 18. But again, I think Iqbal has to take a lot of the responsibility for their downfall. Mohammad Ashraful 13. There was a partnership of sorts between Rakib Al Hassan and Mahmudullah. Mahmudullah making 26, Naim Islam 21. It was Rakib Al Hassan who really stayed on till the end, and he ran out of partners. So Sri Lanka need 153 runs to win from 50 overs at 3.06 runs per over.
Welcome back to the afternoon session to be played at the Shri Bangla Stadium in Dhaka, Bangladesh. The final of the Grameen Phone Tri-Nation Cup played between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. So the target that Sri Lanka need is a moderate total of only 153. In order to get there, they're going to just have to play sensibly. It's as simple as that. 3.06 runs per over required. We would anticipate that with the new white ball there will be some early movement, and that will have to be negotiated for the first power play or so, and then it's going to become all that much easier. Shamim Chaudhry is with me. Not the greatest of batting performances by Bangladesh.
Not at all, and Upul Tharanga and Sanath Jayasuriya will be looking to give the Sri Lankans a solid start. There's such a small target. I think they can afford to take it easy. He's got a tougher job on his hands now, and hoping that his main strike bowlers will be able to get some early breakthroughs, particularly this man Mashrafi Mortuza, who is coming in from the Aquapaints end into his 100th match. Already got a bag full of 126 wickets.
Including quite a few in this series where he's bowled very impressively with the new ball. But there's no doubt that if Bangladesh are going to come home here, they will have to bowl Sri Lanka out, and to do that, they're going to have to get early wickets. So a nice warm afternoon as Mashrafi Mortuza comes in to bowl. There's a chance at a run out, and he's got it! So there's your first wicket off the very first delivery. There was absolutely no call between the two batsmen, and the non-striker had no opportunity. He gave up, and a direct hit did it all.
It was Saqib Al Hassan. He didn't do well with the bat. Only had one stump to aim at, and he got it. He is nowhere in the frame. Let's have a look at it again. Bit of a yes and no. He was sent back, but that direct throw from Saqib got what Bangladesh needed, which was an early breakthrough, and they're absolutely delighted. Well, Sri Lanka have lost their first wicket without a run on the board. 0 for 1.
Second delivery, Mortuza. What an unbelievable run out. Just hesitation, no call, and complete disaster for Sanath Jayasuriya, who really, I suppose, trusted the body language of his partner, Upul Turanga, in what an unbelievable run out. Just hesitation, no call, and complete disaster for Sanat Jayasuriya, who really, I suppose, trusted the body language of his partner, Upul Turanga, in believing that the run was there to be made. If they'd gone straight away, no problem. You can see the body language there. The intention initially is to run. But Jayasuriya is literally stranded. He's given up hope, and a great bit of fielding.
What a fantastic effort from Shakib Al Hasan, stretching full length and throwing down this wicket. Oh, he aborted that shot there at the last moment, thinking of just having a little bit of a push at it. Just brought the bat inside the line.
Ironically, it's the direct hit that's going to bring the first run.
There's no need to do that, actually. The batsman had already made his ground, and Mohammad Ashraful just lazily throwing down the stumps, and that has allowed the batsman to open his account and also the count of the Sri Lankans. There you see, quite needless. He is well within his crease. They're cool. Taranga, the man, deciding to have a go wide of the stump on the offside and getting an edge straight to the wicketkeeper.
Batting side's in trouble early on, continues. That's a real waft. And really, neither the length nor the line was right for that shot. So success for Bangladesh again here, as Upul Turanga goes back to the hut for 2. 4 for 2 Sri Lanka. Mahela Jawardena, the Sri Lankan captain, in early again, and repair work for him to do once again. And very interestingly, as he made his way to the middle, Kumar Sangakkara at the non-striker's end went out to greet him and had quite a few words with him, talking about the wicket, what's happening. There's another edge. So the captain's gone as well. There's a huge noise round this ground.
Goodness gracious, what is happening here? Mahela Jayawardena, despite getting some advice from Kumar Sangakkara on how the ball was behaving, just played a lazy looking shot away from his body, not in control, and a brilliant take by Mushfiqur Rahim. Had to dive a long way to his right, almost in front of the first slip, and Najmul gets his second score. Brilliant. That is the captain out. Mahela Jayawardena goes back for 0. Sri Lanka 4 for 3.
Kapuragera at the wicket. That's off a leading edge. There's no gully, which would have been useful in the circumstances.
I think they can afford to put a little bit more pressure on the batsman now, and this is the last ball. It's just got the leading edge, closing the face of the bat. Very tentative, the Sri Lankan batsman at the moment, having lost 3 wickets now, under a lot of pressure. And he manages to trouble the batsman once again.
4-second slip, another one. That had to be played. It was on or about off stump. Not a big stride in. Playing the ball on the bounce. And Bangladesh are cock-a-hoop.
As I was saying, Mashrafi wanted to get amongst the wickets, and he's got it. Look at this delivery. Had to be played, as you said. Just a little poke. Gets the outside edge, and a straightforward catch for Junaid Siddiqui. No problems. Another one bites the dust for Sri Lanka. I just can't believe that we are looking at a score of 4 wickets down for 5 runs. And the hapless Kapuragera walks back for 1. Sri Lanka 5 for 4.
How quickly that last half hour went. 4 wickets in it. Take you through the next passage of play, half an hour or so. Tilan Tushara, of all people, comes to the wicket. It'll be Rinal Abhignaika and Atur Ali Khan.
Thank you, Andy. Yes, indeed, the crowd is alight, and so too is my fellow commentator. Lata, what a start for Bangladesh.
Fantastic start. Just a start, Bangladesh wanted to defend that small total they put. Once again, I've been very impressed the way both these bowlers have bowled. They've kept it, pitched it up and on the off-stump line, just doing enough to get the edge and straight into the hands of Junaid Siddiqui. They have bowled very, very well indeed, hitting that off-stump line on a regular basis to right-handers and also the left-handers. Look at him go. He's put on his dancing shoes. It's not over until it's over, but they've got themselves back into the game, that's for sure. It's gone! Another one! They are in jubilation, and why shouldn't they be? They're defending a total of 152 runs, and they've managed to pick up 5 wickets for just the 6 runs in only the 8th over. Inside edge onto the stumps. Bang! Going out with a big bang.
Sensational. No movement of the feet from Tushara. Just standing in one place, pushing his bat at it, getting an inside edge. And the crowd, they've gone crazy. Why not? Tushara goes for 1. Sri Lanka 6 for 5 wickets.
That's off the back foot. It's finally found the gap, and it will eventually go on to the boundary. The first one, which comes in the 10th over.
Classic cricket shot onto the back foot and driving it. Lunges forward, then goes back and made sure that he played the ball close to the body, controlled it all along the ground. Very good stroke from Sangakkara.
That's a big shot. He's picked up length there.
There is a throw at the stumps, a big shout. Mubarak getting to the non-striker's end.
Well, the fielders think that they have Jian Mubarak. I'm not too sure because there's not of a head from Jian Mubarak suggesting that he might be in, but it can be a lot closer on the replays. He's gone. He's picked him up. This is the breakthrough that Bangladesh needed, and finally they have managed to pick a wicket by the virtue of a run out. Fantastic piece of fielding. One more occasion. Red light is on. Sri Lanka loses their 6th wicket.
Just when the Sri Lankans were getting on top, maybe a partnership building, Bangladesh have every reason to be jubilant. It looked like it was Mubarak making the call, and Mohammad Ashraful hit the stumps. He knew at once that he'd got his man. Mubarak felt he'd got in, but certainly on the replay he was out by a lot. He's gone for 16, Sri Lanka 51 for 6. For Bez Maroof, new batsman. Once again, plenty of noise in the stands, but Bangladesh picking up a wicket. So the 6th wicket has brought in for Bez Maroof. First game for him in this tournament. That's the throw. Yes, 9 was the field. It wasn't Ashraful. Very good pickup. And that's Mubarak who plays the shot, goes through with the run. He seemed to have creased early also.
He'll count himself unlucky there. The wicket's doing the fielding job. Hit that beautifully straight. And he would have picked up at least 2 had that passed the wicket, because the fielder deep mid-off's quite wide.
It's the other side of the coin, isn't it, Andy? When there's a throw coming and it deflects off and you get a bonus run. And here's some runs for the taking, but the wicket stopped it from getting any runs.
And that's a big shot, and it's gone all the way straight over the fielder. When it was first in the air, it hung for a bit, and there was a fielder waiting on the boundary for it, but he got it very clean. Oh, he's got the wicket too. Here's the breakthrough. And it's from the man who's done so much during this series.
And it swings back to Bangladesh. The man they wanted to get rid of. The man who has taken Sri Lanka to almost verge of victory. Kumar Sangakkara closing the face of the bat. They're getting a leading edge, and Shakib Al Hasan off balance and lashed onto that. A great catch. And he's over the moon. Sangakkara is absolutely shattered. The crowd erupts. Big wicket for Bangladesh. Sangakkara gone for 59. Sri Lanka 114 for 7.
So often, once a useful partnership is put together in a tight game, as you think the one side's getting ahead, it falls behind with a fall of a wicket. New one, Kulasekara now to the wicket. Importantly for Bangladesh, the breakthrough has been made, and the all-important Kumar Sangakkara has gone. And the next wicket falls quickly as a result. What a game. Shakib Al Hasan has done it again, a double blow here. Was just referring to the fact that it's not easy to get in and score runs quickly. That's dragged on because of the lack of pace on the delivery.
Chopping that ball onto his stumps, Kulasekara, and that has brought the crowd, the jumping. There's absolute joy in the stands. Noan Kulasekara out without scoring. Sri Lanka in lots of trouble now, 114 for 8.
Is going to have to try and do it with the back for Sri Lanka.
And he's in the middle because of this. Chopping it on. Kulasekara really nervous. You can see it in his face. And absolute delight for the Bangladeshi. Shakib Al Hasan, you can't keep him out of the game, can you?
He's got all of that though. And that's the problem. In bowling to his field short of a length, he's going to let Muralitharan know that he's going to bowl short, who's waiting for it.
Well, someone's going to go and have a little bit of a chat with this young man. He has had this success in the previous game with his short pitch deliveries, but this one was a rank long hop, and even Murali connects it so sweetly.
He hasn't got all of it, but it might be enough to carry. Indeed it has, with the momentum of the fielder. So 2 boundaries in a row, and Muralitharan is on to him.
Well, there he goes again. He knew that that was going for 4. I don't think he even ran for it. And it's an effort, just couldn't come down on it at the last moment.
He's now got protection over the onside. Muralitharan's gone through the off. That's also racing away. This time it's fielded.
Mohammad Ashraful showing a lot of commitment, charging after that one and just drawing it back inside before it reaches the boundary. But Murali is really going great guns. Look at that effort. Saved a single, definitely, and good work by the captain.
Not only was the dive early, the balance had to be good to draw it back at the right time as his body crossed the line. Short again, put away. So this is a big over for Sri Lanka. They were no hopers before the start of it. Is there still a chance?
Well, Muralitharan, the danger man, really head away all around the wicket. Very bold strokes. Brings Sri Lanka back strongly into this game. The pendulum is swinging one way and then the other.
What a great shot. It's gone straight as a die and for miles.
And that is the end of the over. His wife is delighted in the crowd. It's 138 for 8.
Another big shot. It's in the air and it's fallen in the gap. He's so unlucky there. A complete miscue, and if he could have chosen to hit it anywhere, he's hit it in the right position. The man squares on the boundary here. The man at mid-wicket's too straight, and it falls in the gap. It's another big shot. He's got all of it again. It's gone for 6. It's a length ball, and Muralitharan's just literally swung through the line of it.
The expressions say it all. He's taking Sri Lanka towards victory, and Ruvel Hussain again inexperience showing there. Murali hitting that with a lot of power, gets underneath it and hoists it away.
Muralitharan's moved to 29 off only 15 deliveries. Can he go all the way? That's going to be 4. He's got a top edge over the keeper. The scores are level.
Well, that is the end of the 48th over. It's 152 for 8. He's got 33 off only 16 balls, and the disappointed crowd filter away. And that is the winning run for the Sri Lankans, and they've won this Grameenphone Tri-Nation Series, much to the delight of their fans. It was touch and go for a while, but eventually the magic of Murali, normally with the ball, but today with the bat, has taken them to victory.
Bangladesh will feel that they had the game 90% under their control. And Shakib Al Hassan, who made that important breakthrough to take 2 wickets, break the partnership of Kumar Sangakkara and Maharoof. Batting card. The wickets that fell in the first patch, unbelievable. A great bowling performance, some injudicious shots, a recovery by Kumar Sangakkara, who took more than 120 deliveries to get his 59. Also give credit to Pervez Maharoof, whose 38 not out off 76 deliveries was outstanding. But in the end, Matai Muralitharan, 16 deliveries was all it took him to get 33 and win the game for Sri Lanka.
And to an extraordinary game. The bowling figures have looked well for Bangladesh right the way through, because it was a low-scoring match. 3 for 30, Najmul Hussain was the pick of the bowlers. Ruvel Hussain, I think, was brought in to bowl at the wrong time of the innings and had to pay the price. 153 for 8.
So there's your match summary. 153 was what was required for the side batting second. At one stage, Bangladesh looked as though they would only get to 120. And it was at the patience of Sangakkara and then the incredible hitting from Matai Muralitharan at the end, which did it for the Sri Lankans, who came home with only 2 wickets to spare.